My name is Lorena. Welcome to Radio Unique Investigates. Same-sex relationships have always carried a certain stigma. Even now in 2010, there are still people that believe that gay relationships should not be accepted. Coming out is still difficult, and for some people, not even an option. I've been speaking to Justin Wells, who is a 30-year-old gay man living in Northampton. He spoke to me about coming out 15 years ago, what it was like for him and for his family. I also spoke to Peter Martin, who is the chairman of Open, which is Out Proud Equal in Northampton, an organisation that helps gay people get together. Also, I spoke to a student of the University of Northampton who was very open and spoke to me about the reasons why she hasn't come out yet.
Reason for me not coming out is surely because my mum is very, very religious. Like, being gay or being a lesbian is not in her vocabulary at all, so it will just be a major shock to the family in a negative sense, and I'm not at a stage in my life where I can afford to lose my family right now. That's why I haven't told her. But it's okay. I mean, everyone else knows apart from my family. Like, I don't hide it away from nobody. If I like a girl or I see a girl, I will try and, do you know what I mean? I don't actually care about that, but just not my family. They just don't need to know, right? When I get serious with a female, I have been serious, but not enough for me to talk or tell them. So I'm just waiting for me to get in a serious relationship with a girl, maybe move in and think about the future. Until then, I have no reason to tell them, to be honest.
Okay, just to be sure, like, how old are you?
19.
19. When did you find out you were gay?
Birth.
Okay.
Always knew.
Have you actually ever, got into a situation like that your sexuality was a point? Or?
Only in school, but that wasn't really a big deal. Like, I did have a girlfriend in secondary school, but like we didn't really tell another one because we wasn't at that level where, you're only young, so you don't really want to tell people because you don't know how they're going to react. But no, people kind of, because obviously I used to go to a school where, like, I'm one of them females that is very masculine anyway, so people wouldn't really come at me like that or try and bully or do nothing like that. So everyone was kind of cool with me anyway, so as long as I don't approach them on that level, which I respected, I didn't. So it's all right. It was cool.
So Justin, welcome, and thank you for talking to us today. If you could start by telling us where did you grow up and what was it like for you to come out?
I grew up in Shropshire, and I was working in a small pizza parlour, so everyone that lived in the town anyway went to that pizza parlour, and that's where everyone knew that. And when I started to work for a gentleman doing picture framing just over Christmas, he was gay, and in a way he inspired me to come out. And the first person I came out to was my boss at the pizza parlour, who's an Iranian. So very strict and stuff on that, but no, he was fine about it. And my friends found out by being around my house, asking, "Oh, why haven't you got a girlfriend yet?" And in the end, it just came out, "Oh no, I don't want a girlfriend." And they went, "Oh, so you're gay?" I went, "Yeah." And they all ran out of my flat, gave me a couple of funny phone calls, but they were all great afterwards.
And your parents?
So my mum, she found out by me going home and using the internet. Internet was just coming. I'd be looking at things on the internet, gay dating sites and stuff, and generally I'd delete the history. But this one time I didn't. And my brother checked what I'd been looking at, and so I got a letter through my door saying, "Oh, know what you've been looking at, blah, blah, blah. Don't mind what you are, you're still my son. I'll always accept you for what you are." My father, he found out from my sister telling him.
Let's go back to the civil partnership.
Civil partnership, I think it's great. I don't believe in the Christian sense that marriage should be between a man and a woman. I think people who sign a contract saying, "Oh, we're going to be faithful to each other," I think in a way that contract gets in the way of today's modern world. If you're in love with someone for 10, 20 years, great. If you fall out of love, then why should you stay in an unhappy relationship? The civil partnerships are great for society as a whole. One, it allows gay couples to have the same rights as married couples.
is there anything that you'd like to say about the gay community, about here in Northampton? I mean, I was just talking to Dave. I mean, if I was 17, 18 years old, not knowing where to go, what to do, or even younger, if you just walk around town and you're looking for an organisation or somebody to help you, there's not a lot around here. I mean, I spoke to the council for some certain things, for some more legal issues and stuff.
Yeah.
But for actual coming out, I find it very difficult to find organisations that will help you here.
You do have the LGBT organisations and that, but as being a child, say taking myself back to being in school, I would have not known where to go and find that. What is happening now is the Stonewall and Terence Higgins Trusts are now encouraging schools with a DVD to show in their sex education programmes, partly for their sex education and partly to bring down the level of bullying. And a lot of schools are beginning to show that, and that will give kids the guidance. Until you move on to higher education, then you don't really find them resources. And you can find some. You've got Attitude magazine and a number of others that are gay.
So even in a multicultural society as Northampton, people still have trouble being accepted by their community, which results in gay people feeling uncomfortable in their own town. I attended an LGBT social where I spoke to Peter Martin, the chairman of Open, and he spoke to me about being in a civil partnership and what it means for him and his partner and the reasons why he and his partner chose to be in a civil partnership. I also spoke to an Open member who just recently came out, and he tells us about his experience.
Hello, my name is Peter Martin and I'm the chair for Open. Open is an organisation based in Northamptonshire and beyond. We're a support organisation for people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgendered. One of the reasons I chose to agree to a civil partnership was because pure financial, emotional and stability reasons, there are very little piece of legislation for people of the same sex or the same gender relationships to be protected through insurance, through employment insurance, and basically around property as well, to make sure that you have some ownership of properties. And I think Sir Ian McKellen's case is quite famously well known, that when his partner died there were some property difficulties there. So it wasn't very romantic, but we decided that we would have a civil partnership, and so we did.
My name is David Walker. I was married for 25 years, and over the last few years I realised that I was more interested in men than women, and then in February this year some guy asked me out on a date, and so I decided to go, and that really changed everything. Within a couple of weeks I told my wife that I was gay, so that ended that relationship. I went to the States. Both my kids live in the States, and I went to the States in June and told them. They were both really unhappy about it. Everybody that I've told family-wise were not happy about it. Not just about me saying that I was gay, but the fact that I was ending my marriage relationship. So that was the big thing that people were having problems with, and particularly the kids, because their mum and dad are splitting up and all that sort of stuff, and family homegoing. My daughter seems a bit more okay, accepting of it. My son has a real difficulty with it. He's not at all happy.
For you guys at home, if you think that you could add something to this interview or would like to reply to anything that we discussed today, please email me your comments at lorenashinafung@hotmail.com. Thank you for listening and hope that you will do so again next week. This was Lorena Shinafung for Radio Unique Investigates.